Jordan arrived at Riverbank High on a hot Monday morning, walking into class with the kind of shy energy that made people curious. He held his backpack tight like it was a shield, eyes scanning the room as if he wasn't sure he wanted to be there. Students whispered, some looked interested, others didn't care, but two girls noticed him immediately, even though their lives were completely different. Maya was the first. She lived on the hills in a big house everyone in town knew. Her mom ran fashion boutique. Her dad owned a company, and she came to school with a driver who always opened the car door for her. She was always tidy, always bright, always looking like she came straight from a TV show. Maya wasn't met at art. She just lived in a world where things usually went her ways. The other girl who noticed Jordan was Amara. Her family lived behind the market in a small one-room apartment. She shared a bed with her little sister, woke up to the sound of generators or vendors shouting outside. Her clothes were simple. Sometimes her shoes were worn out, but she had the kind of smile that made people trust her. She was warm, gentle, and always ready to help anyone. Jordan sat near the window, and that placed him close to Maya. She leaned over and said, "Hi, I'm Maya. Need help with anything?" He smiled back, a little shy. She teased him about how tight he held his pencil, and he laughed, even though he wasn't sure why. They talked lightly, the kind of small talk that feels harmless. Later in the day, Jordan noticed Amara helping a junior student find a lost notebook. She walked with the boy through the hallway, checking corners and desks until they found it. Jordan watched her smile kindly and pat the kid on the back. Later, he told her, "You are really kind, you know." She didn't know how to react. She wasn't used to compliments. She just smiled and said, "Thank you." Over the next few days, something started building in the air. Something soft, something confusing. Maya found reason to talk to Jordan at all times. She wore nicer outfits, sat straighter, came early to school and pretended she wasn't waiting for him, even though everyone knew she was. She brought snacks, offering them to the whole class but always looking at Jordan first. She laughed louder, smiled brighter. She liked him and she wasn't hiding it. Amara tried to stay quiet about her feelings. She didn't think a boy like Jordan would look at someone like her. She didn't have fancy clothes. She didn't have a driver. She didn't live in a big house. But she found herself watching Jordan anyway, laughing at his jokes, listening when he spoke, feeling her heart beat faster whenever he looked at her. Jordan liked both girls, and that was the problem. He enjoyed Maya's energy. She brought drama, excitement, and spark. But with Amara, he felt calm, safe, and seen. He didn't feel like he had to pretend to be anything. Then the school midterm party came around, and everything boiled over. The auditorium was full of flashing lights, loud music, and dancing students. People were laughing, taking photos, living their teenage dream for one night. Maya arrived first, stepping inside like she owned the night. Her dress sparkled with every moment, catching the lights and turning heads. Everyone looked at her. She was straight, confident, knowing she was beautiful. Amara came later, wearing a simple dress her mother had sewn from leftover fabrics. It wasn't fancy, but it fit her perfectly, bringing out her quiet beauty. She didn't glow like Maya, but she looked warm and true, like someone whose beauty came from inside. Jordan didn't know who to approach first. He felt stuck. Before he made a move, Maya spotted him talking to Amara near the drinks table. She didn't like that, not at all. She walked towards them slowly, Each step sounded like a warning. Amara, Maya said, wearing a sharp smile. You know he likes me, right? So maybe don't confuse things tonight. Amara felt something drop inside her. The air around them tightened, but she didn't raise her voice. She just said softly, Jordan can talk to anyone. Jordan looked uncomfortable. He asked both girls to step outside the hall with him. They went out to the cool night air, away from the noise and lights, and stood under a dim street lamp. He took a deep breath and said, I need to be honest. I like the both of you. Maya's face froze. Amara blinked slowly. Jordan continued, Maya, you are fun. You brighten places, but sometimes I feel like I have to impress you, like I have to match your word. Maya looked down. That wasn't something she was used to hearing. He turned to Amara. And you feel like home. Talking to you easily, I feel safe. But I'm scared I will hurt you by choosing anyone at all. Neither girl said a word. Jordan ran his hands through his hair. I don't want to play with anyone's heart. I need time to think. Maya walked away first, her shoes clicking on the floor with stiff anger. Amara didn't walk away right away. She just nodded and whispered, take the time you need. Over the next week, Jordan observed both girls quietly. He wanted to understand them better, not judge them, but see who they truly are. One afternoon, he saw Amara sharing a small lunch with a younger student who forgot his food. She didn't make noise about it. She didn't try to impress anyone. She just shared because she cared. Later the same day, he saw Maya laughing with her friends about a girl whose shoes were old and peeling. Maya didn't think she was being cruel. She was just used to a world where things like that were jokes. But Jordan didn't like the way it made him feel. By the end of the week, his heart already knew what his mind was trying to figure out. He found Amara after school sitting under the mango tree behind the classroom block. She had her books open on her lap, the late sunlight falling on her feet. Jordan sat down beside her. I've made my choice, he said quietly. She looked up, nervous. I choose you. She stared at him for a moment, almost like she didn't believe it. Me, she whispered. Yes, his voice was steady for the first time. Because you made me feel like myself. You make me feel at peace. You are the kind of person I can grow with. Tears filled her eyes. Not the painful kind, but the soft ones that come when someone finally sees you. She didn't drop or scream. She just smiled in a slow, warm way that felt deeper than any loud reaction. They walked out of school together that day, side by side, not taking much because the moment already spoke for them. When Maya held about it later, she didn't break down. She didn't scream. She just sat quietly in her room, looking at her expensive things and realizing something painful. Money could get attention, comfort, fancy moments, but it could not force someone to love you. It took her time, but she let go. She understood that Jordan hadn't chosen against her. He had simply chosen the person who made his heart feel safe. And that is how a shy boy, a rich girl, and a poor girl found themselves tangled in a love story none of them expected. A story that taught them that real love isn't about who has more, who shines brighter, or who talks louder. It's about who touches your heart in a way that stays. High school moved on, life kept going, but for those three, that year became unforgettable. A year of love, heartbreak, growth, and the truth that sometimes the heart chooses the quietest person in the room. The end. Thank you so much guys for watching this video. Please guys, don't forget to like the video. Tell me what you feel about the story in the comment section. Please viewers, don't forget to subscribe and like after watching the video at the end, and tap on the notification bell so that you won't miss any story. Thank you so much guys. Bye.